Hello everyone, it's Caine, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review bestsellers. And this is a new film from director Lina Roessler about a cranky old author who's been basically a recluse for years, played by Caine, who's pulled back into the game by a young editor, played by Aubrey Plaza. Plaza's father in the film was the original editor for Caine's works. And because he needs money and she desperately needs some kind of hit, they go out on the road and he just is cranky the whole entire time and using curse words and refusing to read his book, threatening critics. One played by Cary, Elwes, which is one of the strangest performances that I've seen from him. He's so over the top, obnoxious stereotype of what a critic is. And I'm like, is that Cary Elwes? And it was. And then throw in a couple other characters, including one man who has feelings for Plaza and really wants to buy her company, her publication, and played by Scott Speedman from Underworld. And then you have Wong, who plays her colleague and more or less best friend, who was Knives in Scott Pilgrim. So basically, this film is well shot. It's a nicely put together film. There's some inspired camera work. I remember one particular sequence of them driving around in a car, that camera following right behind. There's some really solid camera work and good emotion and framing that goes into how this film is portrayed. The real standouts of the film are Plaza and Caine. They just go for it. Like, Caine's just having a blast here, and he's putting forward one of the best performances he's done in a long time. Because a lot of things, I feel like a lot of his most recent films have definitely been paycheck films, and this feels like something that he's actually invested in. There's some emotion, there's some baggage from his past that offer up a few interesting revelations throughout the film in terms of his actual work and who was really responsible for a lot of its success, which has some surprising twists and turns this narrative takes in the third act of the film. And then you have Plaza, who's right off the bat overly ambitious, just hard-nosed businesswoman who wants to get the job done, wants to make that money, wants to get that recognition. And you see her grow throughout the film, and Wong offers some fun comic relief. She's a good side character to add along the way. And the thing is, a lot of the narrative doesn't feel exactly really fleshed out, something that really aims real high and real deep into some of the ideas of creative control and perspective on society. Those things kind of skid the surface a bit. And there's definitely some moments where this film, gets a little repetitive of Caine just doing a lot of the same things over and over again, being cranky. They set up a gig, he's cranky, things don't go as planned. There's definitely some emotion here, though, as well, that gives you a connection to the film, and the performances really help sell that along with the direction. And this whole thing about different generations and creative control, I think this film has a lot of great ideas. Like I said, it's well shot. It has some two really strong performances that are enjoyable and really bring it. And when you add all that up, at least it's something enjoyable and it's a fine film. I'm not going to say this is a great film. It doesn't quite hit that level for me narratively. But for this film, I really enjoyed it, and I would definitely recommend you check it out. But those are my thoughts on bestsellers. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.